Oh, I got you guys good. I'm pretty good like that. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Shyzalosophy 101. Yeah, we love that part. Here's your host, Shyzabox. All right, all right. Show must be starting. We heard our introduction. Oh, everybody loves us. Oh, we must be the favorite. Oh boy. All right. Good girl. Thanks for the lift. How do you get to work? And the horse. You wrote in on. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome nuns and all. That's right, priests, preachers, cardinals, bishops, rabbis, missionaries, Presbyterians, Baptists, Mormons, those of any denomination and faith who either have or don't have one, whatever. Welcome once and all. We've got a show for you today, okay? Don't worry, okay? This, yes. This, yes. Well, the yes isn't there, we added that. But this, sure. Okay? Fantastic. Now, you might be thinking to yourselves, what's going on here? What is this? Well, believe you me, that's not a question. That is a rather profound question. This. Which country? Now, we're here to enjoy and celebrate. This is the great U.S. of the A. Why is that funny? Oh, a lot of people always say that we look a little Irish or something like that. Now, believe you me, no. When you're of the pedigree of USA, you take on the amalgamation, almost like Voltron, if you will, okay? That's right. So, in the U.S., you end up kind of looking maybe part Irish, part a bunch of other stuff, right? But look at the tie even. That's a good old U.S. of A. What about the hat? It's our hat. That's right. You might be saying to yourself, like, I don't believe you. You're full of shit. Okay. Whoa. If you don't believe us, all right, all one need to do is go to Amazon.com. I hate that site. Okay. I'm just saying. All right. The hat comes with a territory. Okay? All you need to do, go to Amazon.com, whatever, and just look for the officially endorsed live stream note-taking journal from Shyzabox, okay? Now, you might be saying to yourself, what in the ever-living hell would I need to go and buy one of those books for or something like that, right? Now, it's an officially endorsed note-taking journal, okay? Maybe you've heard of something called notes. Yes. You see, there are pages with which are blank to write notes on. Okay? Now, we're going to read the back of this for you, okay? Because it's very important for anyone who is, questioning that of what is, okay? We can live stream. You can too. This journal is endorsed by us for you, okay? That's right. Well, that means that you can go buy it. We get $1. Actually, if you buy that, we get $5, okay? Now, hold on. We built it that way because, obviously, we offer many a literary work, okay? That's on the back end. That's what we charge for. That's our conscious thought and things of that nature, okay? The other stuff, on the other hand, that we, offer and give is that of anything that is just, free, okay? So, the IPFS, any of the, games, the demos, the theories, the fun, all of that stuff or whatever, that is free, okay? And not only that, but obviously, we offer the show. The show sucks. What? Yeah, fair point. We offer the show for free. It'll never be behind a paywall, okay? Fantastic. So, with that being the case, obviously, we want you to enjoy. So, for as far as which country, we didn't think that we would start off the show thinking of enjoyment by just contemplating that of. But, since that was the question logged in that of the chat of the box, okay? Thusly it is answered. Fantastic. So, with enjoyment comes the territory of needing to not only undertake that of your everyday life, your everyday needs, your everyday wants, desires, things of that nature, okay? And keep in mind, this is all for philosophical entertainment, okay? Utilize anything at that of your own risk or utilization thereof, okay? That's right. Everyone's responsible for that of their own actions, okay? We can sit here all day and tell you all sorts of cool stories that are awesome that you might want to mimic and undertake, okay? But the minute that you do something that negatively affects your life, all of a sudden it's, blame that guy over there. Right? Don't put that on us. Put that on yourself. That's right. Own up to your actions, okay? Enjoy that of the outcome. Before we get too far ahead, though, there is one thing that we do wish to tell you, okay? One thing that we really wish to lay upon your ears, if you will, okay? And that is, we need to issue an apology. Now, that's right. Take offense as you will, okay? Contemplate that as you want, but we owe an apology, okay? Well, it's justly due, and it's about time that we issue that of such. So, pertaining to our last stream, okay? All components and aspects of it. We're sorry about that. Okay? Good. Even playing field. Now we can enjoy the rest of the cup of our swill, which led us to coming to hang out. That's right. You might be thinking to yourself, like, surely he's got better stuff to do with his time than just sit there with his cup of swill and want to kick it with, the likes of anyone who wishes to stop by and contemplate the perplexities of life and philosophy and, even theology, religion, finance, social, whatever, okay? It's almost like Ask Jeeves, only it's like Ask Shyzabox, okay? Now, inherently, we aren't professional at anything except being professional, best at the worst internet celebrities there are, okay? Now, hey, we called Daryl Dixon dibs, okay? You might be familiar with a show called Walking Dead, okay? We called Daryl Dixon dibs on being best of the worst internet celebrities there are, okay? Well, you might have wished that someone else had done it first and foremost, but Daryl Dixon dibs, we're the best of the worst internet celebrity there is, or gets to be, okay? Now, with that territory, you're always going to get bottom line crap, okay? But everything else you watch, interact with, participate in the rest of your daily routine or occurrence, it's going to be way better, okay? Inherently, it's almost like putting a ground to step on, like that of our face and backs, okay? Good old Shyzabox, lay the foundation. You climb right on us. We'll be the base of the pyramid. You can climb to the top. Believe you me, we wouldn't trust you at the base. Okay? Yeah, a little delayed laughter. Took you a while to process it, surely. But we know that with the, kind of heft of us trying to climb up not only that of yourselves, probably, most likely, theoretically, we would have to maintain a strict balance and, kind of state of mind, all right, to prevent us from topping over. Right? Believe you me, we probably wouldn't succeed at it. We would cause the entire pyramid to collapse. The food pyramid? Hey! Depends on what's on it. What direction does it face nowadays? We don't know. Go look it up. Hey, if we had the big money for the fact checkers and things like that, like the Asmund of the Golds and the Joe of the Rogans, the Quarterings and the Tims of the Pools, yes, all fantastic. If we had that disposable income, believe you me, we would be spending it probably at Pinata. Okay? And or probably doing a little, I guess, public funding venture or something of that sort in nature, with us not being under an NDA now or anything, willing to create or do whatever, mostly, within parameters of ethical means and things of that nature. We would enjoy doing that, all right? And with us not being under an NDA, it's pretty much free-range chickens for anyone who wishes to shoot us an email or, a message on X or, Bluesky, anything like that, should they choose. Right? Not only would we enjoy that ourselves, but they might enjoy getting that of, say someone wants a demo made or someone needs a quick little program created or something. Like, I need something that does this, that, the other. Well, we're not doing anything right now. We would enjoy to help. Absolutely. We don't see why not. We got, our IPFS site's pretty much done. I mean, we can add to it and make it better. To be honest, it's already massive enough as it is. Having a sovereign micro blockchain, we might have to actually whittle it down and take stuff off. Okay? Well, as it sits, it takes forever to load. Okay? You got to wait through all the 500, 502, 504s. Okay? Well, you mind, it's a little better on PC than mobile, this, that, the other, okay? Well, a lot of people may celebrate that, but when you're on the go and things of that nature, we're looking for a way to circumvent, all right, not having direct access to all the IPFS, because it seems like all of this gate-kept methods keep rearing their heads, okay? Now, theoretically, these big companies, corporations, entities that, aren't housing in their infrastructure itself, okay, a native ability to access IPFS or anything like that. Yes, hello and hi. Jaden, we can call you Jaden, right? Yeah, of course we can. J-Money. We were talking about, like, big companies, things of that nature. And believe you me, probably wasn't leading anywhere. No one was going to enjoy it anyway, okay? So, it's a good thing that you stopped by to say hi, because believe you me, you can hijack the entire show now. The entire show can be all about you, okay? Now, you might be saying that sounds like a lot of responsibility and things of that nature, but believe you me, it's our face on the picture, okay? And so whilst you may enjoy being the, topic of conversation and or holding the direct attention and things of that nature, okay? You don't have to worry about the fallout or anything of it, okay? It's pretty much, it's on us, okay? We fill that role for you, all right? Being the best of the worst internet celebrities that there are. Okay? Yes. You may touch us through the internet. That's enough touching. We don't know where you've been, and believe you me, you've been on the internet. Yes, delayed laughter, but warranted. We're that funny. Point is that with, us being capable, all right, of venturing into enjoying that of our time being spent hanging out, trying to make little connections and contacts and things of that nature, all right, to create and do more, okay? We want to make better, do better, create better, okay? That's right. Not only that, but, with the majority of everything that we do, being free, that's more to enjoy. But if there's one thing that, we do want to improve on, it's any of the still broken, missing components or aspects of any program here or there, or, a game here or there with a bug or anything like that. But as we continually bite off more and more, it's like a party of one or whatever. You gotta pivot and focus your attention. You might be saying, well, what is there to enjoy about having, all of these projects, all of these random things, right? Well, the enjoyment's in that of itself. We enjoy creating, we enjoy doing, but more importantly, we enjoy creating and doing more with others, okay? That's where the good fun is, okay? Unless it's Joey. You don't want to work with Joey, believe you me. If it's from Joey, it's a no. Absolutely, okay? Joey rearing his head in a project effort endeavor, employee database, on a payroll, okay? It's not good news. Not good news at all. But if there is one thing that we got planned to enjoy, all right, it's that of the philosophical endeavors with which we continue to entertain, fathom, contemplate, acknowledge, and engage with, okay? Because inherently, it's in these, systems themselves, all right, that one can enjoy the most usages of their time, okay? If we were to just sit back and, enjoy a cup of swill and, entertain that of not doing much else, okay? Therein, we wouldn't be establishing, probably, the connections that we would want to, whether they come in droves or whether they come in trickles, okay? It doesn't matter. What matters is that they come. That could be ambiguous. That's where you were going with that, isn't it? Sick. As long as people are coming, you're doing things right. Point is that as we, sit back, as we find ways to try and inject ourselves into the aether of creating connections, bonds, entanglements, and things of that nature, especially pertaining to the metaphysical and that of quantum entanglement in the, quantum realm itself, okay? Finding ways to establish and create and maintain those connections is what lies to be pretty important, okay? Of substantial merit, right, is in the understanding that entities can come together and utilize and share the same ideology, the same beliefs, the same cultures, the same acknowledgments and things of that nature, okay? That's why you have towns, municipalities, friendships, countries, entities, religious organizations and affiliations take root, take form, and start maintaining their own individual accountings of folks that adhere to and believe in that belief system, or adhere to and enjoy that of their practices, and or enjoy that of their systems of routines or anything like that, right? There's all sorts of variables that drive individuals to that of groups or collective organizations or any parties of, entities or, folks that are out there, all right, that have that same connection, that have that same draw. Brings all of the entities together, brings them all in the same roof, all under the same, kind of tent, and allows them to share that of which together that is very innately principled to them in their own beliefs, things of that nature. Small things that make us happy. What the hell was that? Yes, hello and hi. Welcome, welcome. When we venture into that of enjoying, okay? Not necessarily this, all right? But that is for those of whom don't enjoy it. We ourselves inherently do, okay? If we didn't, we wouldn't take the glutton and punishment over and over again. Or we would, we might like it. Point is that when you venture into the endeavors of what you can enjoy, you have to have thick skin, because what might be right for one, what might be right for two, what might be right for many, all right, might be unprincipled in belief to, a counter opposite belief system. Okay, well, all right, that's when you have conflict, that's when you have battles, that's when you have hate and vitriol and venomosity. That's not a word. Viscosity is. You can't use it there. Yeah. We weren't going to. We're just saying that it's a word. All right, you have all the negative components and stuff that begin to rear their heads. All right, Joey style. That's right. And make things worse off. Okay, create conflict, create war, create famine, disease, hardships. Okay, yeah. You got to get rid of Joey. If it's from Joey, it's a no. That's right. As we embark on the celebrations at hand, all right, that's right, we ourselves, as was the, I guess, first main question, if you could call it a question, didn't have a question mark, but asking which country, all right? That of our adherence to the American way of life and lifestyle and things of that nature, yes, affords us the opportunity to have a badass celebratory weekend. So inherently, how are we going to enjoy it? That's right. Do we have a barbecue or a picnic? Do we go to a pool or an event? Do we sit back and hang out here? Maybe we have a barbecue and hang out here. Or neither. What it comes down to it, though, is that no matter when or where you seek and or find that of enjoyment in your lives, we hope that not only do you find that of what you seek in enjoyment, we hope that dynamically you're able to maintain that degree of success there with it, okay? That's right. And find things that you enjoy for that of, the entirety of what you want to enjoy them with, okay? So, be sure that as you look upon the foundation of what you enjoy, that you always take care of yourselves first, okay? You got to be sure to put on your own face mask when the plane is going down. That's right. Well, when the plane's going down, you got to take care of yourself first. You put on your own mask first, okay? That's right. Then you look around, you take care of anyone else who really, really needs it second, okay? Well, you take care of those right next to you, obviously. But, you look around. I'm not saying you're on the plane at this point, okay? Metaphysically, we're all over the place, okay? This is philosophical entertainment, okay? Utilize and listen at your own risk. You look around, you take care of anyone else who really needs it second, okay? Maybe even you, after taking care of them and yourselves, look around and you see a room full of, other people that you like and or love more than us, okay, unlikely, maybe, and us, and we're there, and we're like, hey, it's us, and we're like peddling our wares, like, go to Amazon.com, buy Nailing Kalimba, or buy Transmutating God, or buy New Non-Native Species on Mankind's Origin, right? And maybe you'll be like, oh, I want to buy those books, right? Maybe you're like in a mad and you're angry mood and stuff, and you're like, I want to buy Pickle Punk Philosophy. That one's soaked in brine. Not literally, figuratively. Just smells like a book. But you see us peddling our wares in the room and stuff after you've taken care of yourself, and those who need it second, you're looking around. You see the people you like and love more than us, and you're like, all right, I'll take care of them first. Then you see us sitting there, we're still peddling our wares. Hey, you know, we could use a buck if you're up on your luck. Feel free to exchange a book for money. And that's what we're doing. We're sitting in the corner, and then, like, you know, you're like, I'm calling the cops. There's no panhandling in here allowed. Like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I thought you could panhandle wherever you wanted to. Sorry, I thought this was America. That's right. Where was my support then? A little delayed. But yeah, you take care of those that you like or love more than us next. You see us and we're like, oh, we'll take any handout you got, okay? You got any crap left over at the end of the day, okay? We'll take that happily and sell out and do whatever you want us to, right? Well, ethically within some reason. We have quite high moral foundations and standards, we like to think. Wouldn't you like to know? So, after everyone's taken care of, you still see us sitting in the corner peddling our wares, okay? You're starting to feel bad for us, okay? Oh, we've helped everyone but him. He did call Daryl Dixon dibs on being best of the worst internet celebrities there are. I guess we got to buy his book. It's like, oh man, really, guys? And like all your friends are pissed at you. They're like, why do we got to buy his books, man? You got to lay into him because, man, he called Daryl Dixon dibs on being best of the worst internet celebrity there is. Because remember, as always, we don't want your subscription, we want your money. So, download the shit out of this, go to Cashapp and give us a buck, or go to Amazon.com, search Shyzabox books, and buy one of them. Get off our lawn!